Hey everybody, happy Friday. Do y'all have plans for this weekend? Anything exciting? Wasn't it last weekend was the snow and the ice? Is that right? That may not be right. I can't remember. Time's flying. So anyway, so I wanted to start today telling you what National Day it is because I really enjoy doing this and I learned so much, and it's just fun for me to find the facts. So today is National Skip the Straw Day. And when I first read that, I thought, I pictured something about a barn and a bunch of hay, straw and hay, and that wasn't it. I was quite shocked when I started reading about it, and it's talking about drinking straws, and that this day was set up to skip the straws today, the plastic straws, because every day in the U.S. We use 500 million straws a day. And so what happens is they get in the landfills and they get in the streams and the rivers and do harm to the animals. And so in 2017, I think it was a student, I could be wrong, but anyway, someone in 2017 started Skip the Straw Day so that today 500 million straws would not be used, plastic straws. So I was surprised to find out that in 1888 is when the very first straw was made or used, and that nowadays, instead of plastic straws, we have bamboo straws. I did not know about. We have paper straws, which I have used before. They're odd to me, but they work. They get kind of mushy. Anyway, there are glass straws, and there are stainless steel straws, and I had no idea. I do know about the glass, or the heavy, I guess it's glass or heavy plastic, because I've seen them in the cups now. So anyway, that is what Skip the Straw Day is about, and I had no idea. I don't know who celebrates it or acknowledges it. I wonder if the fast food restaurants do. I don't know. Maybe if y'all go to a fast food restaurant and they skip the straw, comment below and let me know. I'm curious as to how far-reaching the Skip the Straw Day is to get those 500 million straws out of circulation for today. So it's also National Pistachio Day. So if you are watching and you like pistachios, comment below. I had no idea the facts about pistachios that I learned, of course. Yay, yes, thank goodness it's Friday. And I'm headed to ball games. Got my shirt on with Colson's name and his number. And anyway, so today's National Pistachio Day. Kathy likes pistachios. Awesome. Anybody else out there watching that likes pistachios? When I think of pistachios, I think of my dad. And when I was growing up, he always ate them. So what I did not know is that they have been in the U.S. since the 1880s, which is funny because the first straw was 1888, and it says pistachios were brought to the U.S., and I'll tell you in a minute who Colson is. In the 1880s, pistachios arrived, so that's interesting. I don't think they had either one to do with any, but it said they've been cultivated since the Bible times, and so pistachios have been around a really long time. And then it says that pistachios need really, really, really high heat and no rain. And so there, in the United States, there's one state that produces 98% of our pistachios. Can anybody guess which state that is? If you're watching, can you guess? And put it in the comment below. what state, without looking and Googling it, what state in the United States produces 98% of our pistachios? Comment below if you think you know, and I'll tell you in a minute. And new pistachio trees, when they're planted, they need 7 to 10 years before they start producing their fruit. And, good guess. Okay, I'm going to get to the guesses. So they need 7 to 10 years to produce fruit. And in Iran, there's said to be trees that are 700 years old. And, I almost said it. Okay, so everybody out there, if you're watching, tell me what state you think produces 98% of the pistachios that are produced in the United States. Comment below. So I think I've seen, okay, Alabama, good guess. Georgia, good guess. Florida, oh, she's guessing all the southern states because of the heat. That's good, yeah, because they need heat and then no rain. I don't know how, I'll have to do a little more studying to know. I wonder if they have them in a climate environment. And Louisiana. So all those wonderful southern states are not the correct answer. Does anybody else know? I see Coach Luch is watching. I am in Louisiana. And I'm in Louisiana, and while I'm waiting on people to guess, Arizona is a really good guess because it has the dry heat. That's good. You're getting close. While I'm waiting on you to guess which state produces 98% of the pistachios in the United States, I will answer some of the questions she asked earlier. So I'm in Louisiana. The ball games are basketball games, and they're in Texas, in Dallas. And Colson is my son who passed away in 2018, April 2018, and he played ball. All three of my sons played ball, and we were the first. Several different families created a basketball team because we're homeschooled, and so my oldest two were in 7th and 8th grade when we started the team, and they played. My oldest two, Kate and Cameron, played 32 minutes every game as 7th and 8th graders. They played varsity. And so anyway, that was the first year. But y'all, so it has grown, and my children played all of their years of high school and for the force, and we go to national tournaments. They won the state championship in 2017 when my Cade was a senior. And state championship, if y'all are friends with my Cameron, my two guys, they ran out on the court and hugged. It was like the greatest of all time game, and Colson was in the stands cheering for him. It was amazing. So Colson loved the force, so he was the cheered for his brothers when the team first started. Then he was able to play, and he loved the force. He loved the team. He loved being a part of it. He loved rallying the troops to cheer when he wasn't on the court, and loved being on the court when he could. And so Colson, he just loved being a part of it. And so at his service, his coach spoke, which his service is on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, look up Colson Shaw on YouTube. It's amazing. It's so uplifting and inspirational. But so on the front of this, can you see? It says I'm the force. So his coach at his service said Colson wasn't just a part of the force, he was the force. And so the next year they made these the fan shirts of saying I'm the force, and put his name and number on the sleeve. So precious. He loved force basketball. He loved karate superheroes, and we all wore superhero shirts to his service. And so my guys played all the way through until Cade graduated, and they won the state championship that year, went to nationals, and I'm telling y'all, every team in the United States plays except Hawaii and Alaska. It's huge. It's huge. Hundreds and hundreds of teams. And so if you're not familiar with a homeschool system, it is huge. So this weekend the tournament's in Dallas. It's on the road to the national tournament. So, but the other exciting part is, so after Cade graduated, Cameron graduated, and Colson left when Cameron was senior. And Cameron now coaches the Force, and he's 21. So he coached when he was 20 and 21, and y'all, they won the state championship. So it's so exciting. A couple weeks ago, so they play in a homeschool league, locally, in our state, and but then they also have the regionals and nationals. So regionals in Dallas for us, and nationals will be in Springfield, Missouri, and it has been every year since the first year we went. And it's so exciting, and I love basketball, and I loved watching my kiddos play, and I love watching Cameron coach, and he's doing a fantastic job. So he won state championship and coach of the year. Super great. I don't know their exact wins and losses, but they're like 25-1 or whatever the numbers are. They have not lost but a few games. So I can get back with you on that. So anyway, yeah, thanks for asking, Kathy. That's who Colson is, and that's my guys, and they're amazing people. Cameron's married, and I love his wife. She's one of my best friends. And my Cade is getting married in, oh my goodness, like 30 days, 1 month. So amazing. So amazing. So thanks for asking. So today's National Pistachio Day, and I told some facts about that, and I asked to give me your thoughts on which state produced 98% of the pistachios in the United States. And Kathy did get it right at California, because they need no rain and high heat. So I'm wondering if they don't do something special. I didn't read where they did it, but what part of the state. But anyway, so California produces 300 million pounds a year of pistachios. So today's the day to eat pistachios if you like them. They're a good source of vitamins, copper, magnesium, and all that good stuff. And the shells, if you eat them and you pull from the shells are good for a whole lot of things, like kindling or putting in the bottom of a plant and different things. So there you go. That's the information today. Skip the straw day, which skip the straw is not anything about hay or straw in a barn. It's about drinking straws, and Americans use 500 million plastic straws a day, and today's the day to skip the plastic straw and drink from the cup, or get a bamboo, paper, glass, or stainless steel straw, which I had no idea. Oh, what skip the straw? Did you miss it? Okay. Did you? So Skip the Straw Day is what today is. It was started only in 2017. And so straws came to the United States. The first straw in the United States was in 1888. And Americans use 500 million straws a day, and they damage the wildlife and the the animals, and it's dangerous. Because if you've been to a zoo, they don't let you have straws there. Maybe they have paper ones now. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been to a zoo. So today's National Skip the Straw Day. I have no idea if the fast food places are acknowledging that, or the restaurants. I don't know how far-reaching this is, because if you've heard me very many times, I didn't even know there were national days every single solitary day, and some days have many, many, many national days. So when around Christmas time, my family, my children, and my guy and I were eating at McAllister's, and the young guy that was the waiter, he told us it was National Eggnog Day, which I had no idea. So from that, he piqued my curiosity, and I've been looking them up every day. It's super fun. I don't have as much time as I would love to delve into all the different days and how they started, but Skip the Straw Day started in 2017, and the pistachio, I don't know what day the National Pistachio Day started, but pistachios arrived in the United States the same time the straw did in 1880s. So that's your fun trivia for this Friday. It's also Tell a Fairy Tale Day. I didn't even get into that. I didn't even get to look that up, but I would love to. We read books. I read books to my sons until they were grown. I mean, while we were still homeschooling. I loved reading missionary stories, any kind of stories, hero stories, athletes stories, and stuff like that. So anyway, I love to read, so I may delve into Tell a Fairy Tale later, but right now I am going to just hop over to what I was studying today. And I have a question. So if you're watching and you like pistachios, comment below. I want to hear from you. I want to know you're out there, and I want to know you're watching, and I want to know who likes pistachios. And if you're going to skip the straw today, or if you even use a straw. I don't prefer to use a straw most of the time, but when you go to a fast food restaurant, they just give it to you. Anyway, so today I was studying, and I read this sentence, and so I'm going to ask you if you agree or disagree. It says, no one ought to be satisfied with little if he's capable of getting more. So, like, capable of getting a lower salary, if you're capable of making a higher one, capable of, I don't know what all else. Whatever, if you could have little or you could get more, do you think that you should? And I know for me, my personal story is I've lived on an educator's salary for 30 years. So I taught 22 years ago and beyond. And I taught last year. And teachers don't make a lot of money, and they do a lot of work. All the teachers out there are amazing people that they get up and go every day and do what they do. So thank a teacher. So when I was teaching last year, I didn't love it anymore so much. I loved my students, but I wasn't loving being in the classroom anymore. So anyway, I was thinking, I think I can make more than this if I do something else. And so for me, if I'm capable of earning more money, I want to earn more money. So how do you feel? Do you agree with, so let me read it again. No one ought to be satisfied with little if he or she is capable of getting or making more. Do you agree or disagree? Comment below. And it's okay if you disagree. I'm just reading a sentence that I read, and I agreed. Hey, Linda, we met in Catch the Fire. How are you? I love seeing you on here every day, on my feed, commenting. And some of y'all that are watching, it rolled up and I can't see. So anyway, thanks for watching, and comment below your thoughts on what I'm saying. So the next thing that I read was success in life is becoming what we want to be. So if you think about what you want to be, what you are, maybe if you're a teacher and that's your highest aspiration, then you have arrived, and that's good. But what if you're doing a job that you don't love and there's something more you aspire to be? Do you think that's success? So again, success in life is becoming what you want to be. Do you agree or disagree? And so then I have a question for you. Do you desire to have more or be more? Because I did. I wanted to have more than I was making last year. And I wanted to be more and do more. And the amazing thing is all the things that have happened since I quit my teaching job. And then I read, to achieve goals that you've never achieved before, you have to do things you've never done. And isn't that the truth? Because what do they say? The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over, even though it's not working, keep doing it over and over. So if you have a goal and you want to reach something different, then you have to do something different that you've never done. So, and then I have a question for you. If you keep doing what you're doing today, and it may be great and wonderful, I'm just asking. If you keep doing what you're doing today, what will your life look like in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years? Are you growing? Is there a way you can make more income? I know as a teacher, like, it's sad but true, but we lived on like basically the same amount of money for 30 years. I mean, it may have gone up $100 but over the whole span of time, it didn't increase much at all. And so anyway, if I would have kept doing what I was doing last year, then this year I would have the same thing that I had. And so anyway, if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 6 months? Where will you be in 1 year? Where will you be in 5 years? Are you doing things to increase your income or increase your happiness, or to get to retirement faster, or whatever your goal is? So just think about that. If you keep doing what you're doing right now, what will you have in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, and all the increments in between? So, and another sentence I read was, to move forward in life, you have to let go of some things. And so what is it that you might have to let go of? Like for me, I want new furniture. I've had this furniture for, I don't know, 22, 23, 24 years, which is fine. It's great. I almost could say there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm kind of ready for just something new. So I have to get rid of this furniture before I can move new furniture in. And so just something as simple as that. I know Steve Harvey, he talked about wanting a new car. And his mom said, well, you have that one out in the driveway. He's like, yeah, but it doesn't run. And she's like, well, until you get rid of it, you can't really get another one because you don't have a place for it. And so I've read that a lot lately in my studying and in the books that I've been reading lately, that in order for us to get something new, we have to move something out. And so anyway, to move ahead, you have to let go of stuff. So I've read that quite a few different places. And again, I read about risk this morning, and I've talked about risk a whole lot on my lives because I've been studying a chapter for my coaching business, and it talks about taking risk. And I was not a risk taker before. I was never taught to be a risk taker. I didn't even know it was okay to be a risk taker. I thought you have to play it safe. You have to do everything safe. You have to make sure everything lines up, and you can't even have any kind of failure. Nothing can go wrong. If it goes wrong, then that means it's wrong. And that's not true. That's not true. We learn things in life. Oh, that's good. Linda says, I've heard it's like a trapeze. You have to let go of one to go to the next. True, 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 true. That's so good. Yeah, and you think about it. I think about the trapeze. Like, they couldn't even go to the next thing if they were holding on to one. Can you imagine the danger of them holding on to both at the same time? They'd be going in opposite directions. That's really, really good. The other thing that I've heard recently, and I think I've shared it before, but when, you know, in the rooms where you have the motion lights, so I've been to some bathrooms and some public places, and you couldn't turn it on. You had to go in, and it was a motion light, and it had gone off when I was in there. And but anyway, until you move, the light won't come on. So what you need is the light, but you have to make a movement to get it to come on, just like the trapeze. If you want to get to the other side on the trapeze, you got to let go of the other one. If not, you're going to be pulled in two directions. That would be dangerous. Very good. So I encourage you out there to think about what you want, and are you on your way to get it, or you're like, no way, it's not possible, and so you kind of give up, or do you think the risk is too great? So I'll leave you with this thought, because this is the last thing that I wanted to share. This is what I read. The greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. To risk nothing is to have nothing and to do nothing. And so if you don't risk anything, you stay where you are, and maybe you love where you are, and that's fine. For me, I needed to move forward and not teach anymore. I've taken enormous risks, like crazy risks, just off the charts risks, but it's been fun, and it's paying off and going to pay off, and it's been exciting, and it's been a time of growth. So I just encourage you to think about what you want. What's your heart's desire? Are you working in the job you love? Do you live in the house you love? Do you drive the car you love? Are you around the people that you love? And if you're not, what do you need to do to get to a different place? You know, are you happy? Are you joyful? Are you peaceful? And if you're not, what do you need to do to get to that place? So, yeah, some people are around or live with people who are very unjoyful, joyless, and it's a very chaotic environment. And so probably the best thing is to get out of that environment. And anyway, so comment below if you are going to skip the straw today. That is your drinking straw. Comment below if you like pistachios. And let me know if you think it's okay to get more. And if you personally, are you willing to risk something to get something else? And I personally had to take a huge risk last February, off the charts risk. But it's paid off, and my life has changed completely, and it's amazing, and I'm blessed, and I'm thankful, and new doors are opening up for me, and things I never dreamed that I would even know how to do or be a part of have come to me. And so I'll have to tell you all about that at another time, because I have to run on and drive several hours to some ball games, and I've already missed a few this morning because they start at 8 o'clock. That's so early, but there's 3 or 4 more today and some tomorrow. So thank y'all for watching. Y'all comment below. Let me know where you are, and answer all those questions that I ask. And I appreciate y'all watching. Thank y'all for commenting on my post. It's so fun to get to know you better. I love asking questions, and I love getting to know people. And so thanks for participating. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.